Hey, welcome to Web3 Reviews. This is Zach. Thank you for being with us. Today we're going to be talking about the Gala ecosystem. Let's go. Remember that none of this is financial advice. So the film token went live, currently sitting at around 19 to 20 cents. Gala put in a mechanism to stop people from selling their whole bag by saying they're going to charge you a 75% fee to cash out your bag. This is a lot like the Flare airdrop mechanism, where you were told you're only going to get 15% of your bag, and if you cashed it out, you weren't going to get the other 85% of your bag. Every single day, this fee will be reduced by 1% until the date March 5th, 2025, when the fee will be reduced to 5%, which is where it'll sit. Gala's also been working on their Gala chain fees. So currently to mint Gala, to mint music, to buy a mystery box, there is a fee of 100 Gala. Gala obviously is tinkering with the price that they want to charge people for the fee. Now, historically, when you're in a bull run and you have to use Ethereum, your fees might be astounding. They might be 20, 30, 40, even $100 to use a minimal amount of money. Now, Gala is a project where you still have to throw it on ETH to get it to some exchanges. Gala chain isn't quite live on BitTrue yet, to my knowledge, even though they're preparing for it. At least you don't have to pay the Gala ETH fee, because then you need to throw yourself some ETH. It becomes a whole thing. It sucks. Yeah, you need 100 Gala. Keep Gala in your account. They're trying to make Gala more of a mechanism for use. If you're only charging people half of a fraction of a penny, no fees are really being generated. We know that some chains operate off fees versus others don't. XRP doesn't operate on fees. Ethereum does. We'll see what Gala ends on with that. They give us a fee of 2 Gala to mint, now to 100 Gala to mint. People aren't too pleased about it, but what can you do? I think Gala is just tinkering. I think that when you're in a time of bull run, chains become more expensive to use. And that's just something you can look forward to every bull run, regardless. But I don't think $6 is too unreasonable. I think it's manageable. Am I pleased about it? No. Am I going to mint every day? No. But if you plan your mints once a week, once a month, $6 is something you can stomach. Benefactor says, coming soon, Gala is getting a gambling license. Should be ready in days. Ever since we had the poker app shut down, Gala has been talking about getting a gambling license. There's going to be a website. There's going to be live action gambling. Whole deal. And we've heard about this coming to the Flare network as well. I think that a lot of blockchains are going to try to do this. Gambling should be a decentralized space. Gala wants to bring the games of chance to Gala chain. I'm here for it. I'll check it out. I don't think they should be charging you $6 to mint your assets once you win, though. I mean, some people might be gambling. They might only win $6. So that's going to need to be changed. And I'm sure it will. They're fleshing out their network. Gala chain's still new. They're working on it. So Gala film came out, and now we have a new show from Snoop Dogg called Savage Lands. And DJ Khaled is apparently working on it as well. Here he is. Gala Film posted this. Legends on set. Snoop Dogg responded to Benefactor's photo of this, and he said, let's get it. It's a pretty big deal. When you have Snoop Dogg working on your projects, he's in Gala Music. He's in Gala Film. He's talking about us on shows like Drink Champs. And I know it's not the main focal point of his talks. You get Snoop somewhere, he's not going to first thing shove Gala down your throat. But Gala's in his back pocket. It's somebody that he's working with. That hypes me up. Having plugged in players is huge. If I built an app, I wouldn't be getting Snoop Dogg and he wouldn't be replying to me. Here's what Benefactor says about film. At Gala, we are stewards of an ecosystem. We recently launched a film token to be the reward mechanism for the DePIN network of nodes and for the creators of content. We have tested a new idea this time around. The idea was that you had to burn the film token to mint it. Initially, you had to burn a lot, but over time it drops to a very small amount. Some have said this was a form of punishment for early adopters. I frankly think this is a false narrative driven primarily by bad actors and selfish actors. And it certainly was not meant to be a punishment for early adopters on any level. And if you take some time to think about it, we are in fact doing something to benefit them in the long run, hopefully. As I said, it was a test. This was our role as stewards. As stewards of this ecosystem, we have spent incredible sums of money. I think we can confidently say we have spent several hundreds of millions building technology, licensing games, supporting a staff, and many other things that cost real dollars and cents. But also along the way, we have awarded over 2 billion USD worth of rewards to hundreds of thousands of people who have provided support of the ecosystem. So we plan on spending several hundreds of millions more to grow and support the ecosystem. Gala chain. Benefactor hinted, and I can't find it here, that we're going to get a Gala Film app on the Roku TV soon. How cool is that going to be? So it's going to be just like Netflix. Now there's going to be less content, of course. So we had this post from Kelvin. He said, what if Blackrock buys Gala Games? Gala to Adala? Now imagine a scenario where Blackrock decides to acquire Gala Games, a leading blockchain gaming and entertainment platform. What would this mean for Gala? Gala Games' native token, and could it push the token to $1 or beyond? Benefactor found this intriguing. He responded, I think this is an interesting idea to consider. My view is that someone like Disney or another major entertainment entity would be a fascinating option. Gala isn't in talks with anyone, just so we are clear, but your question is an interesting one. What happens when a publicly traded company buys a crypto entity that has a regular stream of tokens flowing into it? My view is that a company like Disney with a PE ratio of 42 would have an unusually large upside. If they were to acquire someone like that and the token value changed accordingly, I could see their EBITDA spike in a way that they would consider strategic. Let's say 100 million USD of tokens is now worth 4.2 billion, and that gets added to their market cap every year for the foreseeable future. Kelvin responded, I agree, benefactor. As an asset managing platform, acquiring Gala may be out of their niche of investment strategies. Disney or other entertainment platforms looks much more feasible, however. BlackRock's interest in this industry at the moment is soaring very high, and I won't be surprised if they grow a new wing to start these acquisitions. Should the latter happens, then there is a feasibility. Nonetheless, a takeover from a traditional firm in the entertainment industry brings aboard not only exposure, but users who are already aligned with the company being acquired and its products. I'm quite optimistic as to how Web3 games are positioning themselves for these takeovers and partnerships, because it will definitely get to that stage at some point in time. Hopefully Gala will be ready when that time comes. We've had a lot of problems with big gaming studios losing a bunch of money because they're too woke. Now what's going to happen? We have these decentralized networks. If they get bought out by a bigger centralized company like BlackRock, BlackRock's like the biggest, most centralized company there is. I don't know what would happen. Now, it might mean well for the token price, but then would it take this decentralized place? It would suck if they did that, if they killed the decentralized aspect, which it needs work anyways. There was no vote on the fee being risen from 2 Gala to 100 Gala. I think these are things that should be taken to a decentralized vote. Gala, the 64th ranked token by market cap, sitting at 5.16 cents. We are up 20% on the one day. We had a back test over the last week, just like the rest of the crypto market. Now, Music Token is ranked 3,000th out of all 20,000 cryptos in existence based on market cap. There is a huge upside here for the potential to run. Now, we'll see what happened to the Music Token is they did not have this protection in place that they're giving all the early adopters of film. And we saw a massive sell-off when the token came out. Film has been holding steady at around that 19 to 20 cents, which is where music came out. But we saw that it had a big sell-off right after coming out, and it's been sitting at these lows ever since. I think this gives it an opportunity for a massive run. Let's look at the top 10 songs in the charts today. Number one song in the charts today is C152, Snow Dreams. Now, if you own this song, you'd be earning 77 music token every day. For now, it changes based on how many streams it gets, but as it's number one, you'd be getting 77 music tokens for its streams. And that's every day. That's the power of Gala Music. You buy a song for $100 and then you earn music token every day. And over the course of that song's lifetime, you're going to earn more music token than what you put in. It's a badass system. It becomes a numbers game. If you're only earning a few pennies, a few dollars per day per song, yeah, it's not much. But if you own quite a few songs, it could add up. Number two, Does It Get Better? Sion. Number three, How'd It Go? Epic Fail. Number four, Evening. C152. 5, Can You Hear? C152. 6, Summon by Jay. 7, Nothing Less, Cypress. 8, Glitch in This, Beats and Bangers. Number 9, Wrong Things, OK Kenji. And number 10, Brand New, Rycat. These are the top 10 songs on the charts today. Gala Music, Gala Film, Gala Games. It's a huge ecosystem. We're seeing it grow. I'm excited to see what happens with the gambling license soon. Go get yourself some film token on Uniswap. Film token, 20 cents. So the plan that Gala's put in place is working. People are not selling their whole bag. And the other deal with that is if you do sell your bag, the percentage that you have to give to Gala for the mint, on March 5th, everything that's sent there is going to be sent back to the people who held. It reminds me a lot of the Flare distribution. It incentivizes you to hold. I'm here for it. Zach with Web3 Reviews. Thank you for being with us. Until next time.